Okay, my name is Amanda Guzmán. I'm the director of the Ecotourism Club in Spain. I am passionate about nature and protected areas, and I'm deeply convinced that ecotourism can contribute to conservation and local development. And fortunately, I was able to devote almost my entire professional career to boost sustainable tourism in protected areas in Spain. So I had the chance to establish close relations with our entire network of committed businesses, protected areas, and organizations in Spain. And now we are making these close relationships with other organizations abroad. So I would like to thank you very much, all of you, for being here with us today, ready to discover the Ecotourism Club in Spain and the fantastic experiences and destinations that we represent. I also would like to thank Tour España and its several tourist offices around Europe that have invited most of you to be here today, and some of them are also participating today with us. Hello, everyone, and thank you again. And they are quite a few. So Javier Piñanes, the director of the Spanish Tourist Office in London, kindly agreed to welcome you on behalf of Tour España. So please, Javier, when you can.
With pleasure. Good afternoon. My most sincere welcome to the attendants and participants in this webinar from Czech Republic, Ireland, Norway, Sweden, the Netherlands, and UK, to operators, travel agents, media, and our colleagues of the Spanish tourist boards. My special thanks to Amanda Guzmán, director of the Ecotourism Club in Spain. It has been really a pleasure to co-organize with you this webinar. Ángela Rodríguez, communications officer of Ecotourism Club, and the representatives of the Natural Park of La Garrotxa Volcanic Zone, Beth Cobo, Menorca Biosphere Reserve, David Vidal, and the Natural Park of Sierra de Aracena and Picos de Aroche in Huelva, Ana Maria Garcia. So apart from the sunny beaches, city breaks, gastronomy and culture of Spain, ecotourism is among the most popular products for European tourists visiting our country. While this seems to be a clear trend for future tourism, it's especially the case amidst these difficult times as uncertainties and restrictions give preference to enjoying holidays in the open air. So this applies to the broad content of the ecotourism products, including rural tourism, national and natural parks, active tourism, stargazing tourism, etc., etc. This webinar really means a unique occasion to discover the ecotourism potential and diversity of Spain through the members of the Ecotourism Club in Spain. It's also a fantastic opportunity to know about changes in sustainable tourism across several Spanish destinations following the COVID pandemic, to explore other possibilities and products that Spain can offer to you, to learn more about the variety of our natural and cultural heritage, and of course to be informed about the sanitary protocols currently in place, in order to provide safe holidays experiences in this COVID context. So the Ecotourism Club in Spain, as it was described in your invitation, represents a pioneer initiative in these issues. So I would like to wish you a very successful webinar, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Javier, and all to España for your support to the Ecotourism Club in Spain. So as you can see in the program, we have a great team today. We will start with Ángela Rodríguez, our communications officer, and she will focus on what the Ecotourism Club in Spain is. What is it, the added value that it brings, and how we are organized to offer unique and safe experiences for your clients. Afterwards, we will travel to 3 certified destinations with our local hosts. They will show you the essence of the club, of their destinations, of the protected areas, and what kind of activities you can enjoy with our local businesses. In fact, you could get to know them firsthand in the trips for agents and tour operators that are planned for this autumn in 2021, this year. And the trips are supported also by Tour España, with the support of Tour España. One trip is to La Garrotxa that can take place from September to November and can be tailor-made, as they can receive agents one by one. And invitations will be sent by the Spanish tourist offices in London and The Hague, for example. The trip to Menorca that will take place in October and is linked to the 5th edition of our National Ecotourism Congress. And the invitations will be sent by the Spanish tourist offices in London, The Hague, Stockholm, and Oslo. So operators from there can come to visit Menorca, and we will see what you can do there. And finally, the trip to Sierra de Aracena that will take place in November. And the Spanish tourist offices in Oslo and Vienna will send the invitations. So we will present what is ecotourism, and we will invite you to come to visit these 3 destinations early this year, even if you want. After their presentations, we will have some time to answer all your questions, but please, you can use also the chat in the meanwhile, and we will try to answer you. And just one more thing, maybe some of you didn't register on time. There's no problem, but please, if you can register, we will put a link now in the chat, so we can send you afterwards all the information about these trips, about the webinar and all the contents, okay? So thank you very much. And now we can start, please, Ángela, you can.
Hello everyone. Thanks, Amanda, for the introduction. My name is Angela, and I am the communications officer of the Ecotourism Club in Spain. So I'm here to talk to you today about the Ecotourism Club in Spain. And so first of all, what are we? Like Javier was saying before, it is an initiative supported by the Ministry of Tourism, and it is a pioneer initiative created to connect travelers with the natural and cultural heritage of Spain protected areas. Our objective is to ensure that every traveler has a direct contribution to the local development of the destination whilst protecting nature and the ecosystems. So as a club, we have members, and our network represents 22 certified destinations that are shown in the map. And these are natural protected areas that had been certified by some sort of sustainable accreditation or body, like the European Charter of Sustainable Tourism of Europark Federation, the World's Biosphere Reserves, or the Global Geoparks Network of UNESCO. They may also be part of like the Natura 2000 network as well. As you can see in the map, the destinations are scattered all around the country and also in the islands. And believe me when I say that these destinations are truly, truly amazing. Moreover, all these destinations are easily accessible by any of the main points of arrival to Spain, and which are also highlighted in the map so that you can find them. So Spain has a great connectivity network as well. We have plenty of speed roads and plenty of train connections, rail connections. There is also the ability to rent electric cars, hybrid cars, or petrol cars in any of the relatively big town, and surely at airports at the arrival of your clients. Later on, I will also stop and explain how you can package tours and experiences for your clients that include transport and that link some other destinations. So as well as destinations, our members are also certified businesses. And today we are proud to be 520. So these businesses provide different sort of services like accommodation, like activities, like guiding, restaurants, handcrafts, transport, or even travel agencies. Our members are very passionate about ecotourism and about the local development of their protected areas that they live and they work in. They have also have to fulfill a set of quality and sustainability criteria, such as having strategies to minimize their environmental impacts or having activities that they contribute to the local development of their destinations. And this is to become members of the club. This may sound complex, but in reality it is not, because sustainability really is in their DNA and in their way of living and working with tourism and using tourism as a tool for development. And surely, they're experts in offering as well authentic and responsible experiences to their guests. So a very important piece of information these days, like we were mentioning before, it refers to COVID-19 protocols. Needless to say that before traveling, all visitors need to check the official embassy websites to be fully aware of what restrictions apply to their travel destinations and also what restrictions apply when they're coming back to their origin destinations. At the Ecotourism Club in Spain, we have been working closely with our members since last year, since the beginning of the pandemic, to help them understand and apply the best sanitary measures to welcome back guests in a safe way. These measures are quite similar in the whole country and apply to all destinations as well, including natural and rural areas. And this can be, for example, in the number of people that they are in the groups and how they need to use masks even when they are outdoors. They have to always keep a security distance or disinfect facilities and materials every time they are used. So our local providers, businesses, they are well aware of these protocols and measures, and well, they make everything possible to make sure that your clients stay safe and it's also enjoyable. Okay. So there are these two stamps in place at the moment. The first one is from the Spanish government, and the second is a badge offer to all our members that have completed a course on sanitary protocols that we have offered to them. Next, please. So and now we're going to go for the exciting bit of my presentation, which is to explain why Spain is so special. When we talk about ecotourism, when we talk about nature, and I will also explain how you can best connect with our local ambassadors and hosts and destinations. So as you may know for sure, Spain is located in the south of Europe. It is very close to Africa, and it is home of the highest biodiversity in Europe. And we are very proud to have a large network of protected areas all around the country. So all this network results in great diversity of landscapes and possibilities to have memorable ecotourism holidays that go from high mountain peaks to wonderful seashore landscapes, where you can also practice loads of different outdoor activities, to also amazing forests with all sorts of different trees that also leave very peculiar pictures depending on the time of the year that you are visiting. Next, please. And also we have desert. We have amazing, wonderful desert landscapes, unbelievable also in the south of the country. And also special mention to our Mediterranean wildlife, where we have also unique species like the Iberian lynx in this picture. Well, in Spain also the landscape has been very, very closely linked to traditions, and there are many ways that people have been interacting with nature, and today this interaction results in beautiful cultures that are still alive. And also traditions can be seen in the rural popular architecture in rural areas, and also traditions can be seen in the way we eat and the way we make our products, always coming from locally sourced produce. Next, please. Okay, so now we're going to talk about how very specific about some examples of our protected areas, and we're going to explain you why they're so unique and what some examples of what they can offer. Away, always away from the crowd, and sometimes very unknown to many people. So here we have the example of Sierra Espuña. Sierra Espuña is known as the mountain of the sun. And you can maybe guess why, because it's located in the south of Spain, in the region of Murcia, and it is one of the protected areas that we have in the country with more sunny days in the year. So you can practice outdoor activities all throughout the year and in any season. They have also an amazing network of trails known as Espu Sendas or Espu bikes, and that are perfect to discover the area with more than 146 kilometers of trails. They also have fantastic wildlife and bird watching and photography experiences with our local guides, using their amazing network of heights where you can spot all this wildlife. La Gomera. La Gomera is an island of the Canary Islands, and itself is a national park, and it's a biosphere reserve, and it's an UNESCO World Heritage. One of the highlights of this beautiful island are the laurel forest. These are trees from millions of years ago that are just stunning, and it's just amazing to walk through them. The whole island it has many trails. It's connected by many trails that they can provide you from a wide variety of landscapes that go from like jungle to beaches to deserts to valleys, all in one day. And another very exciting activity to do in La Gomera is sea life watching. So together with your local guide, you can just get out in the sea and take your chance to spot whales and dolphins, and that's truly amazing. So in La Gomera as well, you will find some of the best hosts, because we have over 50 members in the islands, all committed with conservation and with ecotourism, and to show you the best of this beautiful island. Next is Fuentes del Narcea. This is a protected area in Asturias. Asturias is the land of the brown bear. This is Spain's most emblematic animal species, and you can head off to find together with your local guides and find the trails and the tracks and take amazing pictures. So together with Víctor is your local host in Fuentes del Narcea. You will also experience the way of living in this corner of Asturias. It's very linked to local with traditions and with local culture that he and his family have been keeping alive and have been doing and working for decades, as an example of all this tradition and way of interacting with the landscape. Next, please. Also, Sierra Nevada. Sierra Nevada is located in Andalusia, very close to Granada. Sierra Nevada is known for its high peaks and huge mountain range where you can get lost for days in nature. Sierra Nevada is the roof of Spain's peninsula and is home of the greatest biodiversity in the country. Here you will see stunning white villages, small white villages, and enjoy thousands of trails all around the different mountains. So with your local host, Teresa, she will take you to discover some of the local culture and the gastronomy, the handcrafts, and she will also take you to workshops to learn how to make jarapas, and also maybe to join Torquato, which is the guy on the right hand side, to look after his cattle and be a farmer for the day. In Delta del Ebro is a protected area in Catalonia, not far from Barcelona. And here is a stunning place because, well, it's like a delta, and it's a beautiful ecosystem with a lot of bird diversity. And it's become a traditional migrating spots from many birds from Europe. So here Paulette, or host Paulette, will welcome you and will take you to all the rice paddies and will make you feel at home, and also a rice farmer for the day. He will also take you fishing in traditional boats, and then you can also even have some rice and fish for dinner that you have been picking throughout the day. Yeah, next please. So all these destinations that we've been explaining today, and all our 22 destinations, You will find a wide range of different accommodation services and ideas that will definitely suit all needs. This can be from rural accommodation services to more eco-lax. However, like we said before, all these accommodations are certified by the club, like the ones that are members from us, and have a direct positive impact in the environment and the community. And also note that some of them are family owned, and they provide a very warm and close relationship with the guests. So yes, we are a network. We are a very organized and motivated and passionate network of professionals that we love ecotourism, and we do believe that tourism and ecotourism can be a tool for development in rural areas, and that every traveler can do its best to provide this positive impact that we are looking for. We work together to create and to design amazing travel itineraries in protected areas that will suit your clients' needs, and that that would be very memorable. Also, to help you do that, to help you create these packages, to connect different destinations and different travel motivations like gastronomy or cultural tourism, we have Genuine Spain. Genuine Spain is our partner agency. Genuine Spain is also a member of the Ecotourism Club, and she is a DMC specialized in sustainable tourism and ecotourism, and it is also our commercial agent for international markets. Okay, so with them, that's the perfect contact to package your trips and to link with our ecotourism partners and to create itineraries in the whole of the country, also including transport and everything, any other service that you may need. Next, please. So, but yes, we also have a fantastic network of local agencies. They are based in our partner destinations, in our protected areas, and they are perfect to design trips in their destination, in their protected area. They know very, very well their destination, their territory, and a lot of secrets that will surely amaze your clients and create a great experience for them. They also certified to meet a set of criteria and are fully committed with the natural and cultural protection of their destinations. And well, we work together with them to create these itineraries. So yeah, you can find them here. You can find them all here, and we can also send you the contact details by email, no problem. So this is it from my side. Thank you very much for listening. It's been great to tell you a little bit more about the Ecotourism Club, about how we work and about the kind of experiences that we are offering. You can find here Amanda's contact details, and you can contact her for anything that you may need. And now it's time for local hosts to tell us a little bit more about their destinations and about their ecotourism experiences and about their farm trips, the common farm trips that they are planning for you all this autumn. So thank you. We go to the next slide, please. So first of all, we're gonna welcome Beth from La Garrotxa. Welcome, Beth from Trescalia. That's the local travel agent in La Garrotxa. Next, please, yeah.
Okay, thanks so much, Angela. Wonderful, these explanations. I mean, now always when I see this kind of explanation on the places, I really like to go, so no problem. But I have to say that it's true that we are a network in the Ecotourism Club, but I feel like a family, so it's wonderful if you can enjoy Delta with Paulette, Victor in the north, or you go with Teresa to Sierra Nevada. But I'm going to show you a little bit, just in a few minutes, my wonderful place. Now I'm calling you from Olot in La Garrotxa, that's in Catalonia. So first of all, I want to show you that now we are in a natural park. It's La Garrotxa Volcanic Zone Natural Park. Of course, because the name, you understand that we have volcanoes. We have 40 volcanoes, more than 20 lava flows. And actually the location is between the Piñanes and the Costa Brava. So we have the climate like, depends on the area, it's more Mediterranean, depends on the area, it's more Atlantic. But as well, we go to the next slide, we can see that it's more rural areas. We have a big city or a big town. I never know how to say it, it's a lot. But we have small villages with this heritage in architecture, because we have these Romanesque churches. And if you want to stay here in this wonderful area, if we go to the next slide, you'll see They have what Angela mentioned as well. We have these family-run rural houses here in the middle of these fields, the mountains and the volcanoes. But as well, we can find these small hotels too, with wonderful accommodation and gastronomy. And I mentioned gastronomy because in the next slide, we don't understand our area without the people. And here we love our local food. And of course, we have excellent gastronomy that we can enjoy in all the restaurants and the accommodation. So for example, here you can see Pera de las Cabras in this picture with the goats and these wonderful cheeses. But of course, what can you do when you stay here? So on next slide, I show you this variety of outdoor activities that your guests can enjoy here in La Garrotxa. You can hot air balloon over the volcanoes. We have many cycling greenways, so you can enjoy with the bicycles, and as well, of course, hiking or walking. Actually, is our main leitmotif here in La Garrotxa. So just to understand how it works, now we know where we are. Now we know what we can do and what we do for you. I mean, from Troskalia, that we are the incoming travel agency here in La Garrotxa. We have a strong commitment with the ecotourism, and we are the first travel agency with the charter from Europark for sustainable tourism in protected areas. We have this agreement with the Natural Park, of course. And from the beginning, we designed this ecotourism experience. But as well now, since last year, we are working a lot or so hard for reduce the ecological footprint of these packages, of these tours that we offer here in La Garrotxa, as well as the visitor payback. So it means that we work or we want that the people, when they're visiting our area, as well, they help the local community and as well the conservation of the natural park. So the way we work for responsible tourism, well, I can tell you what we do actually here, what we can offer here, and then I'll let you know how you can enjoy this. Actually, Amanda mentioned already that there's a farm trip here, will be in autumn. It's funny because he said from September to November. It doesn't mean you're going to stay here for 3 months. Maybe you will like to stay. Well, you can do it if you want, but the farm trip, it means that you can enjoy in this season. And I have to tell you that autumn, the same thing as a spring here, is a wonderful fall landscape. So on next slide, I can tell you that from Troskalia, we offer you walking holidays because the origin of the travel agency, we are guides, local guides, experts. Here we are official guides of the natural park. And what we do is offer walking holidays, guided ones, and self-guided. When I mention self-guided, it means that we design the roadbook, and the visitors here, it's not only the directions they've got. I mean, of course, it's written turn right or turn left or all this, but as well, you have information about the natural heritage, about these Romanesque churches I mentioned as well. So for us, it's very important that when somebody is visiting by themselves the area, they have all the information, they can feel like they are visiting with a guide here with them. So I can tell you, as I told you, we are the local experts. We work here, we live here, we love it. Of course, now you understand because the pictures, but we want that the people, when they're visiting, they have the most information that they could. As well, we have wildlife tours. So on the next, thanks. We have these wildlife tours here in La Garrotxa. We have natural, local naturalist experts as well for these kind of tours. And mainly we focus in flora and orchids. Now it's like the peak season for us with orchids. It's a pity, but you can come on next summer then if you want to enjoy that. Butterflies, that actually is my main focus tours, let's say, here in La Garrotxa. We have more than 150 different species of butterflies. Actually, Angela mentioned about the unique species we've got. This happens here as well with La Garrotxa with the butterflies, because we are in the north of the Mediterranean areas and the south of the European areas distribution for these butterflies. So it's a good thing. Of course, volcanoes and geology in general. I mean, we like to interpretate the landscape. We are walking on the landscape and we want to enjoy this as much as possible. Birding, there's some bird watchers here. It's not a common thing. I mean, it's not the main thing to do here in La Garrotxa, but there's some like highlights that we can enjoy as well, and in general, natural preservations. When I'm talking about wildlife tours, it's true that we have people really interested in looking for some species, but you don't have to imagine us like running with a checklist and behind just one species. What we want is to explain why it's so important to keep all the habitats we've got, and why we can find these different species, because we protect the area. And now that we're talking about protection and conservation, on the next one, as I mentioned before, we're working now a lot about the positive impact of the tourism in the area. So that's why with the natural park, we have a collaboration with the people visiting, or the tourists or the guests staying here in La Garrotxa, and in collaboration with different conservation programs. This collaboration could be as volunteer, or could be like kind of a visitor payback, or depends on the season, depends what we're doing. But for example, the conservation programs we're working right now is the CBMS. This works in UK, and here in Catalonia is the Catalan Butterfly Monitoring Scheme, has been working here for more than 20 years. So here we have now 3 stations working inside the natural park. We have the cultivated plants in the heart of the natural park as well. We have more than 20 different apple trees distribution here in the area. So we collaborate on that cultivating plants as well. We have monitoring of dragonflies and bats as well. And then we are working on the flora of the bat, not only endemism, but yes, with the atlas of the flora. So we are in collaboration with the natural park on these conservation programs. And on the next one, if you want to know that now, when I say that we are working in reduce the ecological footprint, here are some of the tools we're using, because we are a member of a program that's called MEET, the Mediterranean Experience of Ecotourism. We are working in that program with 8 other regions in the Mediterranean in order to calculate the ecological footprint package of the whole package. I mean, not only its service, and in order to reduce the ecological footprint. And of course, as you can imagine, to have the Sustainable Development Goals in all the packages that we have got. And the way we offer that on the next is this. This is like the main thing you have to keep in your mind, that in La Garrotxa we are so well organized. As Amanda knows, we like to show everything that we can offer here. So what we do is so simple, because what we have is a catalog where we have examples of everything that you can do here as a package. And it's not invented. I mean, we create it, and it really exists. So as you can see, for example, have here this one, the flora and fauna, and it says how many days, what we're doing every day, what are the highlights, where we're staying, where are we visiting. As well, you have what is included, what not, and the price, and who is suitable for, or what's the people who be interested in, for example, this in flora and fauna. Of course, we understand that each tour operator, each agency, different kind of guests and different kind of interest, depends on the season of the year. So we usually work tailor-made. So once you come here, for example, for the camp trip, maybe you'll let me know, okay, we like this kind of accommodation, or we're gonna go with public transport between the locations, or we want to maybe introduce like electric bikes or something like this. So what we do is we take this one, and then we transform that, we convert that it suits a lot for your guests. Okay, so this is the Garrotxa experience idea. So I think that with this, just to remind you, as Amanda said, that the fun trip in La Garrotxa will be in autumn. So we have an example here, but we can send you the catalog. You can have a look on that, and then we can make it, I mean, the best time for you to see La Garrotxa, and for the best activities, of course, and locations for you. So what's any questions, as Angela said at the end, here we have the chat, and if you have any question, that will be a pleasure to answer you. And now I'm going to leave you with David with the wonderful destination of Menorca. So thanks so much for your attention.
Thank you, Beth. Excellent destination to La Garrotxa. And I know that in Catalonia we'll have a lot of fans of Menorca. Thank you to everybody. It's a pleasure to be here. Menorca is a small island in the Barealic Islands, very close to Mallorca and Menorca. And I want to show you this map, where you can see all over the map different points. That means that we are to a starlight destination. Menorca is a small island. We are 45 kilometers long and 20 wide. And when everybody is thinking about Menorca, it's nature, is the people of Menorca, generation after generation, have known how to preserve and respect the treasure embodied by their countryside, their flowers and wildlife. The island was granted the status of biosphere reserve in 1993 in recognition of its ability to develop and grow sustainability whilst safeguarding its ecosystem. The island nature means that Menorca is home to a number of endemic animals, plants, and species too close to preserve on these unspoiled reserves. Next, please. When we talk about Menorca, we're talking all the time about two worlds. Yeah, Menorca is small, but it's very surprising island. You have the north, the south, you have the earth, the sea, everywhere. You have an excellent life. And is when our clients come to Menorca or visitors come to Menorca, is when they come back, they were very surprised about they could find in our small island. Yeah. Next, please. Why we are here? What we offer in Menorca will take place the 5th Congress, 5th National Congress of Ecotourism. For that reason, we want to organize a fun trip to Menorca to discover this beautiful island. The accommodation of the fun trip will include several types of lodging located in different parts of the island, both rural and in town, all of them representing the ecotourism options. All suppliers of the fun trips will carry, as far as possible, one of several of these brands which guarantee that the product and services conform the specific criteria. The Menorca Biosphere Reserve brand is a mark of sustainability that shines a spotlight over all the business based on the island and adhered to a series of criteria aimed to ensuring the protection of Menorca as an environment identity and culture. The ecotourism strategic segment, the active tourism strategic segment, and the gastronomy strategic segment. The trip will comply with all public health and safety measures recommended to minimize the risk of COVID-19. I know that you are interested in about the figures of Menorca about COVID. After this presentation, I will show some, or will explain some criteria or some figures that we have right now. The first day of the fun trip will take, the Congress will take from 16 to 20 of October. The first day is the arrival to Menorca, to the port. We'll have a very nice dinner, and the second day, Saturday, the 17th, you will have a very interesting day. This day you could choose 3 activities. One of them is the activity that is named horse culture. The horse of Menorca is the animal that symbolizes our island. It's amazing horse, and it will be a very great experience to have an activity with our horses. The second activity that they could choose is bird watcher. Different areas where you can see all the species in his own habitat in Menorca. It will be amazing. One of the third activity that you could choose in Menorca is a kayak tour. Yeah, as explained before, the north and the south of the island are totally different. Yeah, the north coast is very different from the south. The south is you can find white areas, that the beaches are white because it's an calcareous area, and the north is the beaches are total gold. Yeah, because the area is how I could say, the stones are very dark, very different from the south. Yeah. This kayak tour, it will run about caves and a small island, and then on small beaches too. Yeah. During the day, you could visit Ciudadela. Ciudadela is a British jail built of limestone. It's characterized by stately palaces, common narrow streets, and lovely arched porches built in ancient medieval times. And in the night, we have life too in Menorca. As I explained you before, we are a starlight destination. That means that the overnight sky, it has an excellent quality. Yeah, enables a flourishing range of astrotourism activities that combine stargazing with other Menorcan values, archaeology, navigation, and gastronomy. You can imagine maybe you can take our horses, going to the beach, and have a dinner under the skies, when a special guide could introduce you about the excellent sky that we have in Menorca. The next, please. The next day, you can enjoy our sunrise. Why you can enjoy our sunrise? Because the first Spanish sunrise that it takes in Spain is Menorca. Yeah, in a small town called Castell, there it takes the first sunrise. So you have to wake up, but it's wonderful. And then you can enjoy, after an early wake up, you can enjoy our typical breakfast in our farm with a special product that I think so. It is the famous product that we have in Menorca, is our cheese. So there you can see how they produce the cheese, how they make the cheese, the three sorts of cheese that we do in Menorca. One is the young cheese, then we have the medium cheese, and then is the old cheese. Yeah, there are three sorts of cheese that you could enjoy in our breakfast. Yeah. After that, you could enjoy our megalithic monuments to get to know the islands. Our prehistoric heritage is a jewel where you can visit everywhere in the island. All around the road, you can see megalithic monuments everywhere. So you can imagine a small island, 45 kilometers long and 20 wide. We have at least more than 300 monuments around the road. Yeah, it's really amazing too. Yeah. And another visit that you could take in the second day, it will be a lunch at Fornells Harbor, a charming fishing village with fields so Mediterranean with its narrow winding street and wide west houses. And it's lovely quiet side teeming with restaurants. Fornells is a very nice spot in Menorca, just visit the north of the island. And this is curious to have the mix between the authentic of the village and then the tourism visitors that we have there. Yeah, it's the correct balance that we have in Menorca. And you can visit as well Monte Toro. Monte Toro, you have an excellent view of the island because it's our highest point in Menorca. Monte Toro, it has 347 meters, not more, but it's our high point that is very nice too. You can enjoy a trekking tour to the Camí de Cavalls, and it's a very nice trek around the island that it takes 180 kilometers. It's amazing too. And on Monday, you will have an excellent next, please. Sorry. On Monday, you will have an excellent boat trip around to the Mons Harbor. The Mons Harbor is the second biggest natural harbor in the world. It's an amazing one. You can find different islands in the middle of the harbor. Yeah, and it's wonderful to have this trip. And then you can visit our natural park in the Albufera. And after that, business to business meeting. Yeah. That's all. Sorry for the time, because I have no time to explain how deep is everything, and because I want to share you some figures that we have of COVID in Menorca. Very easy. We have right now 72 cumulative incidents of 14 days. We have 29 cumulative incidents in 7 days. Right now, we have 71 people, patients that are being monitored at home. 4 are in hotels, controlled. 3 are in hospitals. 38 are checking by his own daughter. And this week we had 27 new positive cases. Total active cases were 74. Total cumulative cases since beginning of the pandemic, 2,320. And one of them is treated by in hospital ward, and 2 of them in intensive care units in Spain. To have an idea, Menorca has, just 1 minute, accumulated incidents 72, and in Spain is 202. So many thanks. Sorry for the time. And now you have an excellent presentation too from Anna. Thank you.
Hi. Good afternoon to you all. My name is Ana Garcia. Thank you, David. Thank you, Beth. Congratulations for your presentation. And welcome to our natural park. I'm here in the natural park in the fresh air. The natural park, next please. The natural park Sierra de Aracena and Picos de Garrotxa is a nature reserve located in the northern part of the province of Huelva, bordering Portugal. We are less than an hour from Seville and 2 hours from Faro. Our nearest airports are in Seville and in Faro, in the Portuguese Algarve. Besides being declared Biosphere Reserve in 2002, this park was also declared a Starlight Reserve in 2014. It is one of the best places to enjoy the night skies. As you can see in the photos, for sure, you will enjoy it as we have clear skies for many days. The location of this marvelous mountain area, the right amount of rainfall, and a mild temperature create a special microclimate. Next, please. That's why we have a lot of vegetation, especially in the dehesa, extensive wooded pastures with homes and cork oaks. But you can also find chestnut trees or surprising and exuberant woodland gallery. As you can see in the photos, or if you look at the surrounding environment, you may think that you are in the north of Spain, but nothing further from reality. We are in Andalusia, in the south. That's why we call to this area the north of the south. In our dehesas, races the Iberian pig, essential for the balance of our ecosystem. Without this animal, probably the dehesa wouldn't exist. You can have a great experience in the dehesa, walking among the pigs, knowing the people who manage them daily in the natural environment. The aforementioned microclimate makes the jabugo ham special and unique in its taste. The ham is therefore protected by the protected designation of origin jabugo. Then surely you will be delighted to taste some. Next, please. However, this is not only about nature, as I told you before. you can wander for hours on the age-old paths that connect the attractive white villages with a guide who will explain you about the special orchids that we have in our park while you are hiking. And we have more than 500 different orchids and a huge variety of medicinal and aromatic plants that are still used in this area. We have over 800 kilometers of path, and 400 of them are signposted. It's a truly paradise for all countryside activities. And even if you want, you can cross the park on foot from one village to another. Next, please. During an organized cultural tour, you will visit some of our beautiful white villages, such as Al Monaster La Real with its Muslim mosque, or Garrotxa with its Roman remains, and Aracena. Below the Aracena castle, one can find the Cave of Wonder, undoubtedly one of the most impressive elements created by nature. But there are many more villages, and each one deserves a visit. Please, next. Our companies have a huge experience in tourism activities. We have singular accommodation specializes in ecotourism, and our restaurants use the local product to elaborate the local dishes, such as the organic vegetable from our vegetable garden, the goat shit, the Iberian pork, and the wild mushrooms. In fact, we have the best mushroom area in Europe, in which you can find that more than 600 species. Our park deserves to be visited at any time of the year, but perhaps autumn is one of the best seasons, not only for the colorful landscape, but also for being the best time for mushroom hunting. We have companies specialized in planning activities such as mushroom hunting, ham tasting, of course, they have ham, cheese workshops, e-bike trips, hiking, Nordic walking, and bird watching. In fact, we have an area for special protection, for special bird protection, in which some endangered species of the black vulture or the black stork live. Our national park is subscribed to the Spanish Ecotourism Club, providing the use of the various activities offered in the area with absolute respect for the environment and in harmony with the sustainable development of this rural area. Hereby, we would like to highlight the importance of the strict compliance of COVID-19, which must be followed anytime during each activity. Next, please. That's all I have to add.
Thank you, Anna. Although it was difficult to hear you because of the nice open air you have here. So thank you very much. Angela? No.
Yes, thank you, Ana Maria, thank you, David, and thank you, Beth. It's been great learning a little bit more about these wonderful destinations, and I hope you have also learned something with us today. So we have a few minutes up until 3 p.m. We can stay a little bit more later as well if you wish. Would you like to answer anything to our guest today? or would you like to ask any more general questions to the Tourism Club, to Amanda or myself? Let's have a look at the chat. Okay.
We don't have any questions.
We don't have any questions.
The chat. Everything is very clear.
I would like to ask the audience, though, if maybe they what sort of activities that the ones that we've seen today, they think they will the clients would be more keen on doing in their holidays, or what destinations from either the guest destinations or the one I have explained before, which destinations maybe they would be more willing to come and visit. If anyone can unmute themselves and talk, the floor is theirs, or maybe they can put something in the chat box.
Yeah.
Just hello?
Yes. Hi.
Hello. Hello,
Hi.
Anne.
Can you hear me?
Sure.
Yeah, you can hear me. Well, of course, especially now, the last this year, this peculiar, this weird year, we at Aracena, we organize individual tours, and we find that now more and more clients are interested in staying away from the crowds. This is my dog. Tom, wacht. So, sorry about that.
No problem.
So they're asking for accommodation with a lot of privacy in nature, and of course, like in Spain and in Portugal, in Holland, everybody's walking. So this is my clients are people that are not so young, not very active. They're not looking for 8 hour with a backpack, but 2-3 hour walks easy. So this is something that we would really like to be able to offer more destinations where you could do easy walks and stay in well, small house or an apartment or rural accommodation. So the ecotourism is really very interesting for our for Aracena, and it would be great to get to know Spain better, because it's so diverse. I mean, I've never been to the Balearics, never been to the islands. I lived a bit in Catalonia, so I know the Garrotxa, and I'm staying now in Cadiz, so we know the Aracena a little bit, but there's so much more that we don't know about Spain. So please send us lots of information about interesting areas to get to know, and also accommodation is very hard to find quality, small scale, rural accommodation. This is what, there's a lot of demand. There's a lot of demand from the Dutch audience, from the people from Holland.
Thank you, Anne, for your comments, your suggestions. We will do so. We will send information about all our destinations. Now we have your contact, all of you, so we can send you, and wherever you are interested in one of the destinations we propose you, we can try to find this kind of accommodation that I'm sure that there will be.
That would be
something that would suit your interest in our destinations. But it's true, it's difficult to find them.
Yes.
In the normal. So we can help you. That's why we are all together trying to answer what are your needs. So
it's quality tourism, you know, it's quality tourism, and people want to spend money. There's money, and people look for this kind of destinations now.
Perfect. Thank you, Anne.
And also like the trails that we've been presenting in different destinations. Maybe Beth also can adapt to the conversation, because not all treks are for like 8 hours hike. There are many different treks and capabilities, and adapted to all needs. Even there are trails in the destinations like adapted to any like, even if it's family or people that don't walk too much. And I think the figure of the local guide here is very important, because they can personalize, tailor that.
Yes.
Right, Beth?
Yeah, well, actually, because you were looking for a small accommodation with good quality, we have, I think, is the bigger offer we have here in Garrotxa. but in some other places in Spain as well. These are small accommodations in rural areas. And the good thing, there are really good trails or greenways around. That's the other thing. So when I know that we always love to show these pictures with people with big rucksacks, and because it looks wonderful, but there's people for everything in that wall. And I have to tell you that it's true what Angela says. I mean, now guides, we provide this kind of information. So usually what we do is, depending on the kind of accommodation you choose, depending on kind of people who's going there, we have different options that you can offer you, okay? Because sometimes it's shorter walk with main thing to visit or main interest. I mean, you can walk 15 miles to get to a Romanesque church, or we can adapt that you can go with a bicycle, with a car to certain point, and from there, a shorter one, circular one with the main highlights. So we do this kind of things. Actually, Anna mentioned as well, they have really good, wonderful, well-signed footpath as well. And it means that you don't have to spend the whole day walking, but it means that when there's always a kind of network of trails, it means that never mind how short you walk, you're always going to find something interesting to visit. So this is the main of ecotourism.
Okay, take me walking in the Garrotxa then, Beth.
Perfect. If you want, you can join us.
I'm sure that we have this offer in every of the destinations. There are always suitable paths and signpost paths and accommodation. The thing is to know what you need, what you're looking for, so we can try to help you.
There is another comment saying that he loves the idea of walking ancient tracks between white villages, and it's true, right? In Spain and in the islands, we have a great network of ancient trails and routes that were there for millions of years ago. They were used for a different purpose, and today they use for tourism. And I think I want to ask David if he wants to give a couple of points about the Camí de Cabals in Menorca, because this is an ancient track, a historical track as well, that it was used many years ago to actually have some different purpose, right? It was connecting the village in a different way for as a fortress, no? Tell us more, David, that you are the host.
Yeah, correct. When I explained that the Camí de Cabals has 180 kilometers more or less, no worries about that. You don't have to walk the 180 kilometers. We have a small route, and we have it's perfect. We can adapt to the client. And in order of the ancient clients or all the clients that they come to Menorca, Menorca is very well known as a very slow destination. Yeah? And I think so that you ask that you've never been in Barealic Islands. I think so. It's the perfect opportunity to come to Menorca to visit it. Yeah. No, yeah, Menorca is when the time stops, and the different possibilities that we have in our routes, and to see the village of the town halls or something like that. It's perfect for your clients and for the clients that they want another rhythmic. Yeah, not the stressful tracks that they will come find in other places, but I'm sure that in other places from the Ecotourism Group, you can find too that Menorca offers that. It's perfect. I know that when the people think about Barealic, think maybe with the other sisters, Mallorca, Ibiza, the concept that we have in Menorca is for this kind of clients.
Thanks, David. There's also another comment from Teresa that says that also itineraries that include bird watching, walking, and other wildlife for all their active clients, and well, we have seen some examples in our partner destinations that they offer these services, and it just depends of what sort of wildlife or what they interest into, whether it's like bird watching, like we have today we have present the Delta, or even the brown bear watching and spotting and photographing. That's also quite a unique experience that we saw in Asturias. So yeah, they asking how to arrive to Menorca. If there is there is an airport in Menorca, right?
Yeah, you can arrive by ship too, from Marseille, from France, or from Barcelona, or flying to Menorca daily. In a normal year, in a normal year, we have connecting flights from everywhere in Europe. Yeah, because Menorca is very close to the main cities in Europe. Yeah, from the north of Europe, from Germany, from France, from England, from everywhere you can fly to Menorca from May to October. Yeah. I don't know from where is the question, but I think so that this year will be very similar to connecting flights, but it depends on the season.
Thank you. And there's also Dominic saying that there is a big appetite for people not to travel to the real Spain, to some destinations away from typical image that we all have. Well, no, we all have that. Some people have when they think of Spain. But away from the crowds and discovering different destinations. So I think also like Tierra de Aracena and Picos de Garrotxa was a perfect example today for this type of real Spain, like the life of the dehesa and the Iberian peak and this connection with nature and with the local host. Ana Maria, if you want to add something else to this comment, I think
yes,
you need to.
Yes, we have a unique ecosystem, so you will enjoy a marvelous experience with pets. And about the trail, the paths, I must say that we have different paths adapted to every kind of people, family paths. And very ancient, because they used to people used to work on this years ago, and they are well preserved. So you can enjoy of the nature, of the orchids, or everything, and have a special accommodation in a special area, of course.
Thank you, Ana Maria. So I think we're going to leave it here. If anybody else had one more question, you can say it now. Otherwise, we're going to leave it here. But we have we got your contact details. We'll be sending you a copy of this webinar as well, and we keep in touch with you to send you more details about destinations, about the club, or just to if you have any other general inquiries.
Yes,
I think Amanda is going to say a last goodbye to you all.
Yes, thank you very much for your time. We hope this webinar has been of interest to you. We will send you, as Angela said, we will send you the information, the video, the presentation, and our contact, so you can ask us whatever you need to come. We are really looking forward to welcoming you again in Spain, and especially in our little unknown destinations away from the crowds, and with all our local businesses working for you. So thank you very much. Thank you to España for all your support to make us known abroad in Europe. And I don't know, Javier, you want to say something, or we just say goodbye to everyone, and we will keep in touch.